Welcome to this week's episode of Essentuary. We left off last time with our party having solved a few riddles, traversed a very trapped, deadly fire room, and also defeated yet another enemy with a dinosaur, as is their new trademark. And upon his defeat, we're able to gain the Wand of Shantae, which I believe Tor now holds in their possession.
Yes.
And after this very hard and well-earned fight, enough time had passed where they were finally able to retreat back to the room with the deceased adventurer who had barricaded himself to death. And it is here where they take a much-needed long rest and regain their strength. I'm assuming after you guys get a good night of sleep, meditation, whatever recharges your batteries, and you feel refreshed, ready to take on whatever else is here to face you after such a eventful and momentous fight from before.
Well, I certainly needed that. I know everyone else did as well. Anyway. Oh, I forgot. Been a while since we played. I need to get into character. That was necessary.
Yeah, I reckon so as well. Got a bit of crick in the neck, but it'll pass.
May I offer breakfast for the troop?
Yeah. They know some good grub.
Excellent. Use the Wand of Shantae to prepare the Hero's Feast as a breakfast for everyone.
There you go. Alright. Really quick, I'm just gonna read that off again, the stats for that, unless you want to do that if you have it up.
Oh, I do. So basically, make a bunch of magical food and drink. I'm thinking mostly breakfast items for this one. I'll do like pancakes, eggs, some donuts, coffee, tea, the whole thing.
Thick cut bacon.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone that eats it, so all of us, we are cured of any diseases and poison, but we don't have any. But we also become immune to poison and being frightened, and all wisdom saving throws will be done at advantage. Let's see, and our hit point maximum will be increased by 2d10 for 24 hours. And we gain that many hit points.
You're casting on that one.
Although, for the maximum, yes.
So, if I roll that, if I'm assuming rolling for everyone, that is a 14.
Dang.
Nice.
Yep. Everyone's hit point maximum moves up 14 hit points.
Yep.
Yeah, it is quite delicious. Like, every bite warms your soul.
Oh, Shantae.
Yeah.
The jokes will never cease.
Dang right.
Of course not.
Don Tootin ain't not gonna stop it. Stop the jokes when I'm dead. Ain't gonna happen.
Perfect. Alright, well, you all eat up the magical feast laid before you. And you feel even more refreshed than you could possibly be, even after your very long rest. Where do you choose to go now?
I believe there is a single room remaining for us to explore before going back whence we came. Perhaps we should clear it and check for anything else that might be hidden.
I agree.
Would you like to lead the way?
Okay. Which direction is the room?
You guys are talking
that
about, the third room from this room, right?
Yeah, the last remaining one that had the bird in it.
Yeah, that is... Yeah, the northwestern door.
That one, the northwestern door.
Okay. Alright,
And if you recall, back in the area with the snares, there is also another door to the south.
Okay. Well,
Like, you guys found the secret entrance and went through that and did that whole thing. There was another door in that room as well.
okay. I guess I'll start with the room with the bird in it, though.
All right.
I'll approach the door and does it? What does it look like?
It just looks like an ordinary wooden door.
All right. I'm gonna turn the handle and then kind of poke it open with my rapier, slowly.
All right. You do that, and nothing happens. The door slowly creaks open as much as you push it.
Okay. All right. I peek my head through.
All right. You peek your head through, and you see another room that looks the same as most of the others, with the kind of infernal black stones as the walls and the floor. And you see the very picked over corpse of an adventurer, only noted as an adventurer by, let's see. Yeah, just by, like, its
Vibes.
very light armor that it bears still around its body. But it has definitely been used for all it's worth, I should say.
It looks like Tong Child.
I don't know what that means.
It's a famous archaeological specimen that it was a young humanoid carried away by a giant eagle and eaten.
Or something like that. And you kind of look around the room a bit more, and you see in the far corner a feathery mass. It kind of just looks like a little ball. It's all curled up, and it's slowly rises and falls with its sleeping breath.
Okay.
Should we perhaps again... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I messaged to the others that there's a creature sleeping in there. We should be quiet.
Perhaps we should take advantage of its slumber, as we did previous beasts.
Oh, pet members, Sam. They're doing the Wascally Wabbit approach.
Maybe poison.
It is up to you what you wish to do.
Okay.
Yes, poison. I mean, we have that. Let's see, what else do we have? I mean, there's the flaming skull thing we did before. I mean, I could always blind it, which, it'd be at disadvantage in the state. So if you woke it up, it would be at disadvantage for. We'd have advantage on attacks. It would be a disadvantage to attack us.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, I don't imagine that doing anything to really wake it. It's just casting on it. So, yeah, I'll cast blindness on it to start.
Okay.
All right.
It says Constitution save is the save on that, but it is also asleep, so I guess it's not aware of its becoming blinded.
That's true. I was kind of curious how it would work, because I would assume that would put it at least at disadvantage, or it automatically fails. But it also has magic resistance, which gives it advantage on saving throws against spells. So I'm not sure. It just... How about this? If it would automatically fail otherwise, how about it rolls with disadvantage?
Sure. That sounds great.
Alright. Okay. You said Constitution?
Yes.
It gets a 15.
That fails.
Alright, so it's blind. And I'm going to say
Alright,
it's not going to wake up from that because its eyes are closed anyways.
Cool. So while we're here, Yusoa, would you like me to charge you up and then you can walk in? Maybe sneak up to it? Okay. So I will go ahead and do that. Let's, hate to, acid, I feel, might be best. have you spew acid on it.
Okay.
All right, so let's do that. I'll charge you up. So I'll reach out and give you a poke. Be like, okay, go for it.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of tiptoe in very sneakily and get up next to it.
All right, roll me stealth.
Okay. It's 22.
Yep. You successfully get right up to it, and it's still breathing slowly. As you kind of get up close, you can kind of see its head that's wrapped around its body, and its eyes are closed. It's definitely snoozing.
Okay. And I'm gonna hit it with my psychic blades first. With my sneak attack.
Yep.
Okay. It's gonna be first one is oh, I got a nat 20 on the first one.
Oh. Roll double damage.
Okay.
And don't forget your sneak attack dice.
Right. It's 23 for the first one.
All right.
Jesus.
Second one is 19 to hit.
That does hit.
And that one is... Oh, wait. Uh, 10 piercing damage.
Perfect.
And then I open my mouth.
All right.
That is 13 acid damage.
Perfect. Nice. It doesn't know what hit it. I mean, until it does. So,
Yeah, that was a hell of a blast.
Yes, after that beret of attacks, it jerks its head up and realizes that it is blind and kind of panics slightly. But I think now would be a great time to roll initiative. I'll automatically put Usoa at the top.
Okay, I am gonna do terrible. Go back to my +3, so that's a 4.
Beautiful. And Pep?
Yep. I lost my light earlier. Oh, that's a 9.
All right. All right. So we go to its turn, and upon being blind, it is going to let out a screech, of like both fear and kind of shock. And let me try to think. Yeah, everyone roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh. That ain't good. That's 9.
15.
I got an 8.
Oh,
All right.
Is it from a spell being cast?
It is an ability, I think.
Okay, then never mind. Okay.
Alright, so Tor with a 15 saves. Pep and Usoa do not. And you become stunned until the end of its next turn. Let me
Yeah.
really...
Well, at least you can't see us.
That's
Yeah.
it. Let me try to find exactly what that is. Alright. I'll copy and paste this. Or I can just read it. So, stunned creatures incapacitated and can't move and can speak only falteringly. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws, and attack rolls against the creature have advantage. So, you guys are in that state until the end of its next turn. And I believe that's all it can do. So we go to Pep's turn, but Pep is stunned. I'm
Yep.
not sure there's anything you can do about that.
Nope.
Alright. So then we go to Tor.
Oh crap. I was just looking at my spell sheet, seeing what might be best. It hasn't started flying or anything, right? So it's still...
Just kind of popped its head up and let out a screech.
I'm trying to think of something good to do. She's up next to it, so I can't do some of my direct... I guess, Casey, Yusoa, are you a little off to the side, or are you directly in line between the door and the creature?
I thought I would have been directly in line.
That makes sense. Okay.
I mean, if you want, you can roll 1d8. Like, 1 being north, 3 being...
Oh. No, that's
whatever.
fine. No, it's
I'm
okay. I that makes sense. I don't want to try to force something in the narrative. It's all right. But she is far enough away. I think I'll just throw a cloud of daggers at it. Or no, that could risk hitting her. Spiritual weapon. That's what we'll do. Spiritual weapon. That way it can just be there floating around and hitting it.
Alright.
All right. So it'll just, I'm going to call this into existence. It's an evocation, and it's going to attack. Let's see. Attack is 1d8 plus 10 force damage. So, yeah. So here, I'll grab a thing and roll. That is a 7. So 17 force damage.
Dang. Alright.
Sorry, everyone. I had to think through that.
Oh, Goodman.
Alright. Cool. Alright.
Hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hi.
Alright. So, Big Bird he is blind. He has been stabbed and acid breathed on. And he has screeched.
He has ass breath.
No, Pep. Sorry, not Pep. Tor gave Usoa acid breath, so he has been hit with acid. Oh, and Cassius, really quick, just for fun, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. I just got in here. Fog, that's only a 7.
Alright, you're stunned.
God damn it.
But on the plus side, you have 14 additional hit points that you can add.
And
Oh,
you're
dude, hell
immune
yeah.
to poison and, was it fear?
Yeah, poison, frightening, advantage, and wisdom saves.
Yes. Oh, got some
Okay.
good stuff.
You ate a hearty breakfast with your companions this morning.
Alright, hell yeah.
But you are stunned, which pretty much means you can't do anything. And that's fine. And then we go to Usoa, who's also stunned, and then back to the Vrock. So it gets its turn, and then after its turn, everyone will no longer be stunned. So, hooray. It can't see. I guess it'll try to attack Usoa with disadvantage. That makes sense to me. So it'll try to bite at Usoa with its beak. That is only a 13 to hit, which does not hit.
That does not hit.
It'll also try to slash with its talons. Oh, I rolled a 20 and a 15, so that is a 21 to hit.
That does hit.
All right, so it knocks you with one of its flailing claws for 13 slashing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
All right. And I think it at least gets to its feet, so it uncurls itself from its sleeping position, but I don't think it would try to fly with it blind. But as it ends its turn, all of you who are affected by its shriek are no longer stunned. You kind of snap back into focus, and we go to Pep.
Well, I don't reckon it's time to burn any spell slots for just a blind old bugger over there. Pep readies his frying pan and goes, "Fricassee dish," and takes a swing.
All right,
And that's a 19 to hit.
that does hit.
All right. Dang nabbit. Let's give me 2 shakes of a dog's leg. I always have to find the specifics about this here frying pan, because it's a bit of a spicy one. Okay. Oh, that's be 5. Right, plus strength. Okay, so 7 bludgeoning, and that's not too much. 7 fire damage. And then... Oh, the second swing's a miss. I'm too embarrassed to say what I got.
Well, he doesn't have a very high AC.
Well, it'd be about 7.
Yeah, that misses.
Yeah, I told you I'd be too embarrassed. No one ever believes old Pep, though. Oh, no. Couldn't possibly be that.
No, it's just you didn't want to hit Usoa, so you faltered a little. That's what it was.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
It is a big frying pan.
Yeah. It's just a lot to handle, you know? Like, you're just trying to be a good companion. All right, I'll take his silence to mean that he has been thoroughly comforted, and we go to Tor.
Yeah. Can't do much else about that.
Okay. That caught me all unawares. Yeah, I was so distracted by Pep's loss of thought. I don't... Oh, man. I'm concerned about blowing too much on this thing, having just had a long rest. So... I think my best thing I can do is... Sadly, it's just one of them. I'm going to run in and I'm going to start just stabbing. I feel like my blade is my best friend in this. I do get 2 attacks, so...
Yep, and you get advantage because he is blind.
Exactly, so...
Oh, wait, I forgot I had advantage. Dang. I could have actually maybe hit the second one.
Ah.
Never mind. Pep missed. Too embarrassed.
Alright. I mean, yeah, that happened. I'll do a cantrip hit for a booming blade, and that's a 23 to hit.
Does hit.
So that does... let me jump back. That's only 4 damage, but next time it willingly moves, it'll take an 1d8 thunder damage. Oh, no, wait. 2 plus the initial weapon. 2d8 thunder damage it will take.
The next time it moves.
Next time it moves, yes.
So like movement speed moves.
Like anytime, yeah, if it does any type of movement, it will... That's all it says. It just says if it willingly moves. But yeah, okay. I'll say probably movement speed moves. Yeah. So then I'll go to hit it again, and that's a nat 20.
Ooh, yes.
And that is 4 plus 7. That is 7. So 14 on that stab.
All right. All right. It is not looking too good. The acid's burned through its feathers. It's got stab holes all over it. It's not doing great. It's looking kind of rough around the edges. And we go to Cassius.
Okay. I guess I'll go with some old reliable here. Just go with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's only an 11 to hit.
You roll with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah. So that's a 26 then.
There you go. That hits.
All right. So with the 2, it'll be that's a 9 force damage for one, and then 11 force damage for the second one.
Cool. You kill it.
Oh, okay, perfect. That's
Yeah.
great.
Poor
That's
buddy
great.
never stood a chance.
No, really didn't.
You're just sleeping after a nice meal.
Well, I didn't know about that, so I wasn't here for that.
I did not know. Okay, well, is there anything else in the room?
I mean, you're free to look around. As of current, you see the dead body of the bird monster and the body of the adventurer, which upon further investigation definitely appears to be tiefling. It has rather large horns from its skull, but its flesh has been picked over and its armor is quite damaged.
Unlikely anything of benefit there.
Yes. I kind of want to like roll the monster away from where it was sleeping and check underneath it.
All right.
So, yeah, I do that. I kind of grab it by a wing and like roll it away like I would, roll
Yeah,
someone who's sleeping
I'll
on
just
my
hand
arm.
that to you. I'm assuming you tug until it budges or somebody helps you. Yeah,
Okay.
you pull it away from where it was sleeping and you don't see anything. It just looks like more stone.
Why would the monster be guarding an empty room?
I believe a thorough investigation may be in order. I'm gonna start looking around the walls, given our previous success.
All right.
That is a 21.
Yep, you poke around the walls, you do the perimeter of the room, you check every stone. That seems logical. You don't seem to find anything. You're like, well, this looks like a pretty standard, basic, closed-off stone room with a bird inside.
Okay, and just for fun, I'm going to open my Arcana senses to try and see if there's anything magical that I might be missing. Gentleman's 20 on that one.
Doesn't seem to be anything magical in this room.
Okay, then. Well...
We might have
I
just
remember
killed somebody's pet then.
You could have. I do also remember stories of the Thunderbird. They had a magical stone within its head. Perhaps we should cut this one open to see if there's anything of use inside.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll just, use my blade hand to make a slice and then stick my fingers in and pry it apart like T-1000 on the elevator doors. Just...
Nice. Yeah. You do that. You find brains.
Okay.
Ugh.
Well, one could argue that be a magical stone all in itself. Not everything's got brains, even things with brains.
Perhaps Pep should make some cheese.
I think I'm cheesy enough as is.
Alright, you don't find anything in the skull of the bird.
Right. Yusoa, that kind of looks like a finger. Are you interested?
We attacked it while it was sleeping. I don't think vengeance needs to be done too much more.
Very
I
wise.
was unaware of your qualifications.
An
Right.
unprovoked attack.
All she talks about is vengeance. What do you mean?
No,
Vengeance on
saying
the
that
Sandman.
saying that she'll only take a finger in, for vengeance. I thought she just took fingers in general.
I thought it was common knowledge that she took it for vengeance. You know what? Maybe
No,
that's
that's-
confusing. That's okay.
Prefer to take it if it's unprovoked attack.
Like, vengeance is good, but there's morals to this, you know? Like,
We did the
Yes.
deed. No finger need be taken from this one.
Understood.
alright.
Well,
All that seems to be left in the room are 2 corpses.
well, I kind of want to search through the armor of the other corpse. The
Alright, sure.
body.
I'll just give that to you. You find a couple silver pieces. 5 to be exact.
All right.
2 for me, 1 for thee.
I guess the only other thing of note about the adventurer's body is that there's a bow and, like, arrow sheath on its back.
Perhaps one of you who enjoys the projectile weaponry should examine this.
I like bow and arrows.
Like knives.
Well, ranged weapons of all kind. Anybody else want to examine?
I guess I can. Yeah.
I mean, once again, I'll probably just give it to you.
Mhm.
Let me see. Yep, it looks like a pretty standard short bow.
Yeah, this doesn't interest me then. I think I'm pretty sure I already have, like... Yeah, I have, like, a light crossbow, so I don't really need it.
Alright.
Yeah, I already have a short bow.
I have no interest in projectiles.
Aren't you a
Bows
wizard?
to no one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So bow and arrow doesn't really fit for me.
Oh, yeah. I was just thinking, like projectiles isn't like projectile spells, but I know that's not what you meant.
Yeah, not what I meant at all.
I was just teasing. Alright. So nobody seems interested in anything.
No.
Alright.
No.
And you guys pretty much dictate this room as empty.
I mean, aside from the corpses.
Yes, aside from the corpses. But I was insinuating you find no value in the corpses, so you pretty much mark it off in your brains as empty.
Agreed.
Well, should we go to the next unexplored room?
Please lead the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, excuse
Yeah, I go back through the snare room,
Mm-hmm.
and I go to that door that we haven't gone into yet.
Yes, the door to the south.
Right.
Alright, perfect. It appears to be an ordinary wooden door.
Anybody have mage hand? Want to try opening this one?
Sure. I push it with the mage hand.
Alright. It opens. How far do you push it?
I mean, it's until it's open. I'll just. I mean, Yusoa's in front of me, so she'll see. And maybe if she sees anything crazy, she'll be like, "Wait, stop!"
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll peek my head around as it's opening.
Alright. Inside, you are met with a sudden, what's a good word? Like, abrasion? I can't think of the word.
Aversion?
Anyways,
Aversion?
you're met with just a very sudden, you're like, whoa, like you weren't expecting that, as the room beyond does not have, like, appear to be the black stones as before, but instead they're, like, a pale white, which instead round the room, so just the stark contrast is very shocking to you. and you see what appears to be a mound of bone in the far corner. And you see that these stones are also incredibly irregular. Like, you can see they look incredibly rough and almost etched into.
Fascinating.
Okay.
I'm gonna send Mage Hand in to kind of like touch a couple of the stones. Give them a light rub.
Yeah. Your mage hand goes in, like, kind of rubs against some of these stones, and some of the powder from the stone kind of comes away. It's as if, like, the stone had been carved but not properly cleaned afterwards, and you get some of that debris. I guess if that makes sense. Like, the stones are dusty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A dusty room.
Yeah, and then Usoa, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Got a 8.
Alright, cool. You don't notice anything.
Maybe you could use your prestidigitation to undust the room.
That is a good idea. Sure, I'll start doing that. It works. Let's see, it's 10-foot range, so I guess I can clean the area immediately in front of the door for 10 feet.
Yeah.
1 square foot at a time.
Yeah, you can do that. It's dusted. It still kind of has that pale white color, but it almost looks more gray as you clean it.
Fascinating.
But they just appear to be rocks with dust on them from...
Okay. Well, Yusoa, perhaps we should just go in and check it out. I don't believe that there is anything of extreme danger here. Like, there has been no reaction to anything we've done so far.
Alright. I go in.
Alright. You enter the room.
I follow.
Alright, sounds good.
I'm gonna go check out the pile of bones and
Alright,
get out my
Roll.
rapier and just kind of poke it.
you're gonna poke it with your rapier?
Yeah.
Poke the bones.
Roll to hit.
Okay. 19 to hit.
Dang! You go to poke the bones, and you puncture, and the pile of bones begins to shift under you, and it rears its head out and lets out, and you see this demonic bone-type creature that unwraps itself and takes form and shrieks back at you. But do roll me damage for the rapier.
Oh gosh, okay. It's 6 damage.
Alright. Sec. Alright. I think... So yes, you do that, and you are met with this creature suddenly facing you. Its tail, like, rearing up behind it. Its broken, tattered, bug-like wings behind it. And additionally, as it turns to face you, you see embedded in its chest, its like kind of almost nearly flesh-like bones wrapped around it. You see a glittering rose-type emblem that has been like semi-absorbed by its body. And I think it would probably be best if we all roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, that's an 8.
5.
19.
22.
That was that a 9 or a 5?
That'd be a 5.
5.
I ain't
Alright.
good enough for a 9.
Okay. Oh, cool. Let me just get this in order. I believe with that, or you go first, and that is fitting. So yeah, Usoa pokes this pile of bone, and it suddenly raises up and takes form. What do you do?
Dang it, she's right there poking it again. It's always so close.
Oh, no.
Well, I always worry about hitting her with something. That's why.
Yeah.
I can't do what I did before. So I guess my only wonder if I hurt it and then like move away, if I can kind of distract it from her a bit. Might be worth it. You know what? Actually, screw it. I am going to attempt to cast polymorph on it. No, wait, no, because is the thing still inside of it, right? There's like the rose thing in its belly.
Yeah, like kind of in its chest, half embedded in its flesh. Yeah.
Shit. So never mind, because if I polymorph it, then it'll take that thing and turn it into whatever thing we turn it into. So that's not going to help us. Ah, damn it. Well, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to cast an overpowered spiritual weapon and just bring that into existence and start wailing on it. That's probably the safest thing I can do right now. So that comes into existence, and that's going to be 2d8 plus 10.
Does it have
So
to
that
hit
is
at all?
Oh, yes, it does. Which is... when cast, make a melee spell attack versus creature. What's the plus on it? If it's spell casting, so 22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Okay, and then 10 plus 10, so 20 on that hit.
Nice.
And that'll just be floating there.
All right.
And then
Sounds
I'm gonna
good.
move back towards the entrance of the room, not out the door, but next to it, so I'm like away from the creature. Put a little distance between me and it.
Makes sense.
All right, I'm done.
All right, and with that, we go to Usoa.
Okay. I will, I'm gonna attack it with my psychic blades. And, wait, am I wearing my sun hat of invisibility?
Here you
When you
always
put it
are, but
on-
you need to like pull it over your head to activate it.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do that. Pull it over my head.
All right, perfect. I'll say that counts as a bonus action.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hit it with my psychic blades with advantage
Mm-hmm.
for sneak attack. The first one is a dirty 20 to hit.
It does hit.
Okay. So it's gonna be 18 psychic damage. And the second one, it's only a 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Ah, lame. Okay,
You are invisible.
I'm invisible. Can I
That
roll at all?
helps.
I already did my bonus action.
Yes.
Okay, I roll.
Just you like barrel roll away from it.
Yeah, just like I barrel roll to the right.
All right, sounds good. I believe It will try to slash at where you were, so it'll try to hit you with disadvantage. Oh god, it's gonna miss.
Oh no.
It misses. But it will take note of Tor. How far away did you move away, Tor?
Whatever the entrance of the room, so I'm next to them, whatever that distance is. Like, I'm next to Pep.
Yeah. It can get over there.
I'm not surprised.
Its back wings are going to start working, and it flutters up off the ground. That's not a very imposing adjective. It buzzes off the ground, I suppose.
It's an
and
ornithopter.
Flies over and tries to slash at you with its claws as well. Oh my god! And that misses.
Okay.
But it lands down on the ground and raises its tail behind it to try and do a sting attack. Okay, that one's like a 22.
Well, that hits, yeah.
Alright, so that is 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
And roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 19.
Alright, you do not become poisoned, but you do take 18 poison damage.
Alright, I believe I'm immune to poison right now.
Oh, so you're fine.
Okay, cool.
And it is standing in the doorway, and we go to Cassius.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Eldritch Blast again, but can I have it so that I'm specifically aiming for the creature's wings? That way it can't, like, fly around anymore?
Yeah, I like that. Roll to hit.
Okay. Am I still rolling with advantage for, to hit or no?
No, because
Okay,
it's
that's
not blind.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, that was just for the last one. That's a 14.
Does not hit.
Fuck. Okay, then. Well, then I am going to create a little bit of distance between me and the creature, and then that'll be the end of my turn.
Sounds good. And we go to Pep.
Yep. Pep says, "Dag nabbit, ornithopteran," and he pulls out his skillet and says, "By the power of crushed skull, be gone!" And you see the skillet start glowing a holy radiance as he takes a swing.
All right.
And that's a, let me just double check here. 8 plus 5. That would be a 24 to hit.
It does hit.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's only 5 bludgeoning and 7 fire and 3 radiant. And he swings again. Oh, it's the same 24 to hit,
Also hits.
which is 8 bludgeoning and 8 fire and 3 radiant.
All right. Nice. You bonk it good.
Hey, bonks be bonking.
Bonk to bonk. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I reckon there's nothing else I can do with my turn.
You put distance between you and it like everyone else.
Oh, that's drawing the fire. Gotta protect them squishier folk.
Only Tor's not very squishy.
That's his
No, but-
squishier.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't
All
you
right.
be putting no words in my mouth. I
All
put
right.
enough words in my mouth as is. Don't got room for more. Don't enough for 2 teeth here.
Yeah, maybe a little too many words, but that's okay. I
Yeah,
guess.
I know what they say. I got tongue enough for 2 sets of teeth.
I've never heard that saying before, but that's neat.
Neither have I, but that's okay, I guess.
Very Appalachian.
It's actually Victorian English slang.
Oh, it does sound Appalachian though. I will give you that.
Alright, after some witty idioms, we go to Tor's turn.
Okay, well, I'm definitely after that hit, blade songing, and then I think I need to focus on trying to just hit it because now that it's in front of me, I don't have a lot of other things to do. Almost all my magic is ranged. I mean, unless is there a position I could get into to where I can, like, maybe do a lightning bolt and not hit my companions?
I mean, you got Yusoa in the room behind it, and you got you and Pep right up against it.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm like
I was
off
just
to the. Oh yeah, I'm behind it, I guess. Or off
if
to
I
the right.
like step to the side, like not a disengage to where it'll have an opportunity attack, but if I just like slide over so the angle is such that I can, I'm close, so I'm blasting the lightning directly from me to it, and then as it goes through it, it's not going to hit like Yusoa.
I mean, it's 5 feet wide. I guess you probably could angle it where it doesn't hit Yusoa. I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you. Then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of do this move where I lean over to the side and like basically do like the punch thing at it, but set out a lightning bolt. And as I do so, it does 29 lightning damage.
And good hit.
Thank you.
It's feeling that through its core.
It just cackles.
Oh, sorry, it can make a dex save. I always forget that.
I mean,
Or
yeah.
attempt to.
X. It gets
Yeah.
an 11. It fails.
It fails.
Worth a shot.
Oh, totally worth a shot. But all right, so yeah. So I started blasting. Oh, and lest we forget, the spiritual weapon, as long as he's still within 20 feet of it, I'll move it 20 feet to attack him.
Oh, yes. I believe
Oh.
that works, as long as you maintain concentration, I suppose.
It is not. It is an evocation, so I brought it into existence, and it stays in existence for 1 minute.
Oh, no, that's nice. Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Go ahead and move that rolled hit.
All right, so that is 21 damage. If it hits. Sorry, I was do the damage. I'm really having a hard time today. Okay. So that is plus 10, 21 to hit.
That does hit. And you said 21 damage?
Yes.
Nice. Dang, you guys are beating the shit out of this thing. Alright. With that, we go to Yusoa's turn, who is invisible behind it. So you have your sneak attack.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna hit it with my psychic blades. This time I'm gonna use one of my battle master feats and also make it a distracting attack. So
Alright.
basically I add one of my superiority dice, and then whoever attacks it next gets advantage. So
Yes. Go ahead and roll to hit.
okay, so the first one is a with advantage it's a 10 to hit.
It does not hit.
Alright. Second one is a 20 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. So that is going to be 11 psychic damage.
Alright. Nice.
And
it does
yeah.
not look too good.
Whoever attacks it next gets advantage.
Alright.
Nice.
Well, its turn is next. Does that mean its attention is brought back to you in the room?
I imagine that it was like kind of like, oh, what hit me? And then it like kind of looks around and it still can't see me, but
Yes.
Up
If it's
to
going
you,
to be
I guess.
distracted and its turn, I feel like the only logical thing would be that it turns back into the room to give the
Okay.
other creatures advantage.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. So it'll turn back into towards the room angrily, and I suppose it'll try to sting you with disadvantage. Oh my god, yeah, that does not hit. That was a 10. And it'll angrily try to slash its claws as well. That is... Yeah, that's only a 15 to hit.
Oh, that actually does hit.
Oh, alright. So that... Not expecting it to hit, I wasn't ready. So that does 7 slashing damage.
Okay.
It gets one more to hit with disadvantage. And that is a 19 to hit.
That one hits.
And that's 8 slashing damage.
Ouch. Okay.
But it has now turned its back on the rest of the group, and Cassius gets advantage to hit it.
All right, hell yeah. So I'm gonna try that Eldritch Blast again. Again, aiming
Well, I mean,
for the wings and everything.
Perfect.
And that is a 21.
That does hit.
All right. So that first one is gonna be 11 force damage. That second one is going to be 10 force damage.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, you tear a hole into its wings. It does not seem to be able to fly.
Hell yeah. All right. That'll be the end of my turn then.
Perfect. Good. Pretty much blow a hole through the wings. It's kind of distracted and confused because it has attacks coming from either side and it can't even see where one of the attacks is coming from. But we go to Pep's turn as it's kind of bewildered, befuddled, and mortally injured in its wings.
And be smacked.
I would expect nothing less. How
Smacky.
much does he smack for?
Well, that was a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. You know what? Tell me how you want to do this.
Well, I'm just imagining as he's spinning all around, the wings are there. He looks up and just sees a giant ass frying pan coming down and smack it in the head and just going kaplooey.
Yes, your frying pan comes down on its skull, and you just completely obliterate it in half. Powder bursts out from it as you cave its skull in, and it slumps down dead.
Well, didn't expect powder. But is
It's
what
kind of
it
made
is.
from bone, flesh, bone. So,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it was
bones.
kind of got some juicy bits and such in there. You know, all them living.
I want to say its skull is mostly bone, though, so you crack into that and poof,
Yeah, that's fair enough.
pretty much obliterate it into dust.
So no head.
And additionally, Yusoa, as he falls, you kind of glance around behind you and you see that where it was lying, there's a trap door in the ground.
Oh.
Oh, dang. I point at it for the others to see.
Are you still invisible?
Oh. Yeah, I point at it and then I wonder why nobody's acknowledging me. And then I take my sun hat of invisibility off, embarrassed slightly, and I point at it again.
Oh, well, look at there.
A little skull with some blush on their cheeks.
Excellent. Good eye, Yusoa. Should we open it?
I don't know. Here, them's are traps.
I shall perhaps use Mage Hand to try to lift it.
How much does a mage hand lift? Like 10 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's able to, like, it lifts the handle and, like, tugs and tugs, but can't seem to lift it.
My magics will need some assistance in opening this one.
Can I investigate it first to make sure that there's no traps if we open it?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Oh fuck! Never mind that. That was terrible. I would not. I can't see shit.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a nat 1, so made it a 6.
Oh, yeah, you're like, oh my god, guys, this is totally safe, and you open the trapdoor.
No!
You nat one!
Yeah.
Yeah, you open it.
No! Okay, what's in there?
Yep, you fling open this really heavy trapdoor, but you manage it. Because you're just very confident there's nothing there. And you look down, and it's like almost immediate darkness beyond the floor. Like, you see there's the start of a ladder leading downward, but beyond that is just incredibly dim.
I have a question then. I have, oh, where is it? I have, one of my Eldritch Invocations is Devil Sight, so I do have a Dark Sight, or sorry,
Dark vision?
Dark Vision, thank you.
Alright.
Would I be able to see anything past that?
I mean, yeah, with Devil's Sight, you're not impeded by magical darkness, so yeah. You can see. You can see that the ladder goes down for a good, like, 50 feet, and then you see more black stone on the floor. And you notice that it is more ornate. You see, like, brilliantly, like, carved etchings into the stone that are lined with, like, kind of a blood red engraving. Well, I guess if it's dark vision, you see in black and white. You can only surmise that it's beautifully colored.
Mm-hmm. Can I do an Arcana check then?
Yeah.
That's a 12.
You feel because I'm gonna say because of your background, you don't necessarily think it feels magical, but it definitely feels infernal.
All right.
Like, you get a chill up your spine because you automatically recognize that this is some heavy fiendish energy. That sounds so, like, basic white bitch. Like, you're feeling some major fiendish energy. No, but you're feeling like this emanation of, like, just you can tell that there is a major fiend that lies beyond this trapdoor further down. You
This
can only
totally gives
assume
Beelzebub.
that this is the boss of this dungeon.
That's so tempting to go down. I really, really want to go down. All right. I just go ahead and I just, like, let everyone else know, like, okay, well, I don't see any traps, but there's definitely something fiendish down there. I mean, I'm not quite sure exactly what it is. But I want to go look.
I will say, in the room that you're currently in, there is no other door, just the corpse of the bony guy. And his and yeah, from where you're kind of looking around, his body starts to crumble, and you see kind of a gleaming beneath, like, the dust of its more bony parts.
Yes, I was wondering about the Rose device.
The Rose toy?
Yeah,
No.
the thing that was sticking out.
No.
No.
It's a family-friendly show. Wholesome Christian channel.
Anyway, the thing in its chest.
Yes. Oh yeah, its body starts to kind of crumble to dust around it. So you're able to pretty much sift through its bone dust to get to the rose.
Okay. Excellent.
But it's not a toy.
I'll pick it
No,
up
it
with
is
the
not.
mage hand so I can keep my hands clean.
Of course. All right, you pull it up, and you see this beautiful crystalline rose, with brilliant like reds, greens, and golds. Like it looks absolutely stunning.
Fascinating. I'd like to have it brought over to me, and I'll kind of do an Arcana check on it. See if I can, get a sense of it. If it's magical, if it's whatever. 21.
Yeah. You're like, this definitely has magical properties for the holder. And from what you can surmise, especially with your Arcana knowledge, a kind of brooch like this would most likely have like protection type benefits or like ability score benefits.
Does anyone wish to try this on, or should I just put it on and see what happens?
Yeah, I always like pretty roses. But they say that if you give them a different name, they don't got thorns, so maybe we don't call it a rose no more.
Then what do you call it?
I don't know. George?
George.
Oh my god.
I will love him and squeeze him and call him George.
Exactly.
Alright. So, do you choose to put it on?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. You kind of clip it to yourself somehow.
Oh, he just straps it on with, loops it through one of the pot handles.
There you go. I guess roll me perception to see if you can notice any changes in yourself.
Yeah, 13.
You don't really notice anything. You just look real dapper.
Well,
You feel really nice.
I reckon George here does a pretty dang good job.
Alright. Cool.
Okay. Is that all that's in the trapdoor?
I mean, you see a descent down.
Anybody want to go first?
I would like to, if you could give me a moment to meditate, maybe 20 minutes, that would be great.
Oh. Okay.
Alright.
I want to have a couple of spell slots available just in case.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
for sure. Do we just want to do a short rest then?
I think so.
That would be fine by me.
All right.
I'm otherwise in good health. I just want to make sure that if we run into anything else like this, that we're prepared.
No, that's fair.
Alright. You all take a short rest. Just in preparation.
Right. Well, we don't have to live play it, but I'd say we do that, and let's make our descent. Who wishes to take the lead? Do we do the usual with Yusoa, and then go from there, or
I can take the
someone
lead.
else want? Perfect. You, yeah, that actually makes sense, since you're drawn to this great power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go ahead and start heading down.
Alright. You begin descending, and as you do, you feel this fiendish power grow and grow stronger. And as you descend as well, I need Cassius and Pep to roll me Constitution.
Oh fuck. Okay. Ooh, that's a 20.
18.
Alright, you both are fine.
All right. Hell yeah.
You almost feel that grip of gnawing hunger in your stomach again, but something about the divinity of Shantae's food that you've been eating holds it at bay. But even with that, you still feel this slight ache in your stomach as you descend. That-
Almost had to tap into the emergency pocket chili again.
And just perpetuate the emergency pocket chili. There has to be an end.
If you keep making it, or if you keep recycling it.
Ugh.
How recycling it?
Well, sometimes.
Never mind. Nope. We're not gonna go there.
I was gonna say,
fair enough.
don't ask.
Anyways,
Maybe
Cassius-
that's like the one weird thing he has is it's actually a pocket dimension in his pocket but it's just a dimension of chili.
Oh my god.
anyways,
Sorry.
It would kind of fit with his backstory.
it would. You're right. Like, I would allow it. If that were to be canon, I would say fine. It's just chili.
Yeah, it's the only thing.
He can't do anything else. It doesn't have any health benefits. It's just an endless supply of chili coming out of his pocket.
That's disgusting.
All right.
And for
Anyways,
some
Cassius,
reason,
you
the
make the
entire-
ground.
Yep. Okay, Cassius drops. Yeah.
Alright, yeah,
As
cool.
you do, you kind of look up and you see this long, dark hallway. Once again, with this magical darkness. But at the end of it, you finally see a light of infernal red fire. You can see this dark hallway continues on, and then there's a T-junction at the very end of it, and in that T-junction hallway, there you can see like the dim glowing of red light.
Okay. Since this is like a long hallway, I would like to do investigation again to just make sure there are no traps, and hopefully I don't get in that one again.
Roll investigation.
That's an 18.
You kind of look around, kind of poke around a bit. With your devil's sight, you're able to see as if it were dark vision in the magical darkness. And you don't seem to see any traps. Just this long hallway that goes to the end with the red light. Although, can anybody else see through magical darkness? Just so I can...
No,
No.
I can make light, but I'm effectively blind at the moment.
So although like everyone else, once you get down, you don't see, like, it's complete pitch blackness, like, directly in front of you, but you do see the dim red light at the very end of the hallway. You just can't see the hallway. So it pretty much just looks like complete black void. And then you see, like, an archway with dim red light.
Alright, I guess everybody hold on to the wall and let's head on over to that flame.
Understood.
I do that.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna lead the way. I'm gonna head towards the red flame.
Alright, perfect. You get there without any issue, and you come to this T-junction, like the hallway that leads left and right. And once you get there, you kind of look and you see that this hallway is lined with, like, wall sconces of the torches with this infernal red fire. And you look right and left, and you see that they both have turns that lead, you're going down the hallway north, and then you have this left and right hallway that goes, like, east-west, and then at the end of both of those directions, they both turn north again.
Interesting. Even so, it feels like...
And as you kind of approach this T-junction as well, you hear this kind of thrumming noise of, like, you can only surmise it to be, like, countless fires crackling beyond just the torch flames, and the churning of cauldrons, the clinking of plates, and the, like, soft thud of many footsteps.
And is that coming from either way or just one way?
The the throwing of fire. It's okay. It's hard to tell because you're at a T junction. They both go north, and it's unseen. But you kind of lean your ear one way or the other, and all you can kind of surmise, or oh my god, all you can kind of tell is that the throwing fire noise seems to be coming from the right, and the sound of plates clinking and the footsteps seems to be coming from the left.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess that all depends on if we want to come across potentially more people or go towards a thrumming where there could be another monster to be. I'm not sure.
Well, Pep always says right is right.
Yes'm.
I guess we can go right then.
I mean, you're leading.
Uh,
You're dragging us along, so you could be like, yeah, I think we're gonna go this way.
No, that's fine. We can go right.
All right. You turn right and creep down that hallway until you have to turn left to go north. And you look down there and you see these like black metal double doors.
Oh,
And you hear and you can hear even more clearly this crackling fire and the sound of metal on metal.
oh, okay.
You can also hear like bubbling, boiling, sizzling noises. And yeah, really quick I'm gonna roll something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that's it.
Okay.
You feel distinct heat emanating from these doors.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Was like, how hot are the doors? Okay. I guess. Oh wait, I have the gauntlets. Okay, I'll open one of the doors and take a peek in, I guess.
That's so true. You have those gauntlets. That's nice.
Yeah.
Give me one sec.
I was gonna ask Tor to open it, but I got the gauntlets, so.
That's true. Resistance to fire damage, yeah. I would say, yeah, that's enough. You are able to grab a hold of this metal door and pop it open. Do you open it partially and peek in, or do you just throw it open?
I just want to peek in.
Alright. You open it partially, you peek in, and you see this vast kitchen. But in, like, the most infernal, hell-like kitchen you could possibly... This is the true Hell's Kitchen. You see these just pits of infernal fire fueling countless cauldrons and ovens, and these undead chefs working away, chopping food, cooking it, throwing it into stew pots or searing it on flat stones on top of these infernal pits. And as soon as you crack open the door, the smell hits you, and it just, even though it's not being prepared in a great way, it's just the smell of meat and vegetables being, like, seared and roasted and, like, thrown into gravy, and it's just incredibly mouth-watering. Roll me Constitution.
Oh god, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's a 7.
Yeah, upon opening the door, you get hit with this wave of the smell of food. And that, mixed with the increased feeling of hunger you get while down here, you cannot help yourself, and you feel the need to enter the room and, like, begin, like, tasting things, you know, like, picking at meat and, like, getting spoonfuls of the soup. like pieces of bread. All of this is just before you, and you just cannot resist yourself, and you begin to fully open the door and step into the room. I will allow a party member to attempt to stop him.
All right. Pep steps forward and quickly puts a hand on the shoulder to drag back and shove a handful of pocket chili into his mouth.
Okay.
Right. Says, don't give in to the temptations.
Pep, as you also like get your head in where this opening into the room is, you also get hit with the wave of food, and also roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's 19. Pep's tough.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You know your pocket chili's better.
That beats a good dose of pocket chili.
But yes, the pocket chili touches your taste buds, and it satiates your hunger for what lies beyond the door into the kitchen.
Okay. I guess I'll close the door then.
That's what you get for not having faith in the pocket chili.
That's where I wish we had a camera, because, man, I'd be like, roll that beautiful bean footage.
Oh my god.
God.
Alright.
So, there is a vast kitchen of undead chef working away beyond those doors.
Might I make a suggestion? One of the things we should do in the defeat of famine is perhaps feed him the herbs of Shantae. Now, I do have at my control an unseen servant who could pass, well, unseen, through the kitchen and, spice the food with these herbs.
That's pretty dang smart.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be worth a try.
Well, then, let us make that attempt. So I will collect my ration of herbs that I've been keeping and create the servant and send him through the door.
Alright, perfect. And, yeah, I mean, that works fine. The unseen servant is completely invisible, right?
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
He just
So...
and he's can do simple tasks. That's about it. He can move 60 feet. So hopefully that's within the range of the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. There's such a vast array of things being prepared. It can definitely reach, probably, several. To just pop the herbs in wherever it feels.
Yeah, I'll direct him to do several different things, so in case any one thing gets skipped, it's not all in one spot. He's kind of spreading the love, if you will.
Alright. Perfect, yeah. You divvy up this portion of the herb into several different dishes, popping it into soups or mixing it into sauces, throwing it into a roasting pan with, a beautiful, chuck roast or something like that.
Perfect.
Alright. And it does that.
Awesome. If this is the kitchen, perhaps the other direction is the intended recipient of the food. We could go and watch to make sure he consumes it and be ready to act if anything occurs at that point.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
idea.
we can do that.
Right. Could you please lead us that way? I find
Oh, yeah, that's right.
myself rather unable to see in this hallway.
Yeah.
You guys can see once you're in the tea hallway because it's lit with the infernal torches. You guys can see now.
Oh, okay. I just
It was just
assumed
that
I was
initial
still...
drop off from the ladder.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could still lead the way. That's fine.
All right.
I start heading on over to the opposite direction.
Yes.
Yep.
And
I follow.
yep, you do that. You make you go down the hallway, make a right to go north, and you're once again met with another metal double doors. And beyond this, especially now that you're closer, you hear these monstrous noises of chewing and slurping and gulping and just tearing into flesh, and plates clink, silverware clatters against tables, and once again you hear this kind of constant shuffling of, like, soft footsteps.
Okay. Should we just try to listen in first and see if we can hear anything irregular, or should we just like peek in again like we did with the last one? This is for the party in general.
I believe peeking in would be the most effective. Simply listening doesn't give us much information.
That's true. My only concern would be if somebody saw us. Uso, would you be willing to put on your invisibility hat again and just like peek through?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right.
Okay. I don the sun hat of invisibility.
You go invisible?
Yes. And I slowly open the door, almost to make it look like it just kind of creaked open on its own from a draft.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So
And-
you do that. Give me 1 second. So you creak open this door, and within you see this absolutely decadent, ornate banquet table. It's, I want to say, like 50 feet long within this room. And it's just completely adorned with plates upon plates of food. Just huge, like, roast pigs, roast cows. Just all this food. And it's being constantly, like, new plates are constantly being set down by this line of undead servers who come from the kitchen. You can only assume it's from the kitchen. There's a door to the right of the room. And they come in and bring down these platters of food. And at the head of the table, give me 1 sec, I cannot get this image to work. Do I have it saved? Yeah. Give me 1 second. And yes, at the head of this table, you see this figure like sitting and eating and shoveling all of this food into his mouth as it appears. And as you look at him, you can only assume that this is exactly who you came here to fight. The one who has been stealing the food from all these nearby villages, the one who has been striking fear into the hearts of the people of Laventia here. And you can only assume that this is famine.
Okay. I am going to actually go in the room and just like leave the door cracked, but just in case somebody closed the door, I didn't want to be shut out.
Roll me stealth.
Okay. It's a 16.
All right. He is so engrossed in shoveling this food into his mouth that he does not notice you. Or, I mean, you're invisible anyways. But, like, he doesn't hear you or sense your presence as he just continually stuffs food into his mouth.
Okay. I'm gonna message to the others that what's going on. Basically.
And additionally, as you kind of creep into the room, you notice that in his hulking form, his like belly kind of pulsates and moves, and you see that within, you see the faces, these darkened faces beyond his flesh of souls, countless souls that he seems to have consumed, that kind of like stretch and scream from within.
That's terrifying. Do I see like a... Well, I guess I wouldn't really know which plate has been prepared with the herbs, huh?
You would not.
Okay. I'm just
Food
gonna...
continues to be brought out and he continues to eat.
Okay.
I can
I'm
only
just
imagine
gonna...
they have some sort of system with the tablecloth that's like, it's like kind of wrapped, or it's like, I want to imagine the tablecloth is continuous. And so he sits at one end of the table, the food is being dropped on the other, and he just kind of pulls the tablecloth as he eats and just continues to like cycle the food like a conveyor belt.
Okay.
I'm assuming you just kind of sit and wait.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
mean-
chill there.
Might as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only other thought you could send a message to all the souls and maybe be like, as soon as we give you the signal, everyone push out.
Yeah. I guess I'll do that. I'll try
Oh,
to send a
send the
message to the
souls.
souls. Yeah.
I guess you can try.
Can you hear me, souls?
As you connect your mind trying to reach the souls within him, it immediately hurts your brain as the cacophony of screams and wails from within claw at you. And you immediately feel this overwhelming sense of dread and guilt as you feel their voices kind of crowding your mind as they all scream for you to help them. For you to
Oh,
free
dang.
them, to save them. But it's too many.
Okay. Well, I shut off the contact then, since it's, like, harmful to me.
Alright. And with that, I say, after, like, 10 minutes, you've seen him shovel countless food, and as he's done with a platter, he just flings it to the ground where more undead servants grab it and take it back to prepare more food on. But you note you kind of get the sense of a change in the air your eyes immediately snap to the entrance of one of these undead servants in the line who's bringing this food. On their tray, they have this beautiful baked bread that has been, like, braided and topped with, like, a lamb stew. But you sense that something is different about this dish. And you recognize it to be some sort of divine component that you recognize from your own herbs of Shantae and from your previous encounters. And you watch as this is placed down at the end of the table, and like all the other platters, starts to be shuffled along as Famine continues to eat and continues to grab at this tablecloth and pull it closer to him.
Okay. I message to the others. I say, the eagle has landed. The herb.
I message back.
The herb dish.
Ah.
Oh, go ahead.
I
Crack
just
that
imagine
egg.
you when you say the eagles landed, Pep just looks at Tor and says, "We got eagles down here too. Didn't see one earlier."
What did you think those eggs were he was eating?
I don't know. Ostrich?
I say,
What did he-
the dish is on the table. It's moving towards him. Prepare yourselves.
Oh, you should have just said that. What is all this? I got a bunch of thing about eagles and landings, and that makes no sense.
Alright. Well, amidst all this banter, the plate gets closer and closer to Famine, and finally it reaches him, and so you watch as he takes this entire, like, loaf of baked bread with this lamb stew, and shovels it into his mouth and gulps it down. And as he does, for the first time since you've stepped into the room, he pauses his eating. And he stops, and there's a brief moment where he stops, and a look of confusion and then fear crosses his face as suddenly his jaws open, and from his stomach the souls of the damned fly out, shrieking and screaming, as through divine intervention they are released from his capture, and all of the food as well is turned out from his stomach, and he begins vomiting entire, like, you see entire, like, leg bones and pretty much, like, almost entire carcasses of these roasted animals amidst everything else just get regurgitated back out onto the ground as he consumes this divine poison. And after all of that movement has cleared and all of these damned souls fade away and disappear and he is left with nothing, you see a completely different creature before you as Famine transforms from this once rather rotund creature full of the might and food of others. And he has now been reduced to a completely distorted, thin creature with his jaw, like, hanging open, almost broken from the forced escape of the souls within him. And he tries in vain, in desperation, to shovel more food into his mouth, but it can't seem to pass through his throat. His whole body has closed up and shrunk. And he looks completely starved as he desperately tries to shovel more food in, but nothing seems to take. And his desperation grows and grows. And he begins to flounder about and get incredibly angry. He goes to the end of the table and slashes at the undead servants bringing more food and shrieks and cries at them to bring good food. But nothing seems to work. He continues to try to eat and sample everything on the table and nothing. And he begins to start just killing his undead servants out of rage.
Yusoa, do you message that this is happening?
Yeah, I message. The time to strike is now. He ate it.
All right. I have a thought.
Yeah.
All right, we kick open the door, look directly at him, kind of, throw up a little in my mouth, but blast him immediately with sickening radiance.
Okay, so how many times in this campaign are we just gonna be bursting through doors, like, with all the attention all on us?
It seems to be your thing at this point.
Fucking
Yeah.
right.
I'll even
All
glow
right.
to make it look more impressive.
Yeah, alright.
I mean, when you have a good signature move, just do it.
I guess.
It works for Batman.
Your calling card.
Yeah.
So anyways, you cast, what was that?
Oh, sickening radiance. So, Constitution save on his part.
Alright. He gets a 15.
He fails. And as a result, let's see what we are rolling. He takes 20 radiant damage and suffers 1 level of exhaustion.
Alright. And that means he has disadvantage, doesn't he, or something like that?
I don't remember. It's the first level is really minimal. It gets worse as it goes on.
Let me find it.
I'm loading it up right now.
I got it. Disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. In combat, that doesn't mean much.
I know,
you
but
cast that on him, and he looks up from the undead servant that he has finished eviscerating, and his attention locks on, and he immediately understands that you are the ones who have done this to him. And he stands up and lets out this ungodly, infernal shriek. And I think everyone should roll initiative. Or, I'll actually pose this question to you. Do you want to start this fight now? Or should we start off next time with you all rolling initiative and beginning this fight?
I'm happy to play late since it's been a while and we're not gonna be able to play again for a while. So I'm ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, I'm a little tired, but I can continue on.
Alrighty then.
All right, everyone roll initiative.
Alright, that's a 15.
18.
15.
3.
Jeez, Pep.
Yeah, he ain't so good at initiations.
That's love 15, 18, 15, 3. Talk about a weak
Okay.
link. I'm kidding.
Well, he's a bit
Alright.
slow, okay? Give him some slack.
Yeah, he is.
All right, we start with Tor. You have this emaciated famine in front of you.
Okay, if with starting with me, should my burst in be the actual first turn?
I guess
me,
so. Yeah,
yeah,
now
so
that I
then
think
go-
about it, that'd probably be the best thing. All right.
Ye-
Go to his turn then.
Perfect. It's more fair, I feel.
All right. Well, you are the closest, and he is going to lunge towards you and try to claw / grab you with his giant ass hands. That's a
idea-
19 to hit. Oh, what's your idea?
That does not hit.
19 doesn't hit you?
Nope, not currently.
Jesus Christ. Alright. Then he will also attempt to bite you. And that's even worse. So, he completely misses.
What was the approximate distance he traveled there? Door from the end of the table to the door. Was it like, I don't know,
I want to say like
15
20
feet?
feet.
20 feet? Okay, cool.
Alright. And we go to Cassius.
Alright,
Knock him backwards if you can.
yeah, I'm gonna just go with old reliable again and try to knock him back.
Sorry, can't you add like a knockback feature onto Eldritch Blast with
Oh.
an invocation?
Yeah, I don't know if I have that.
Yeah, because why would you ever want to buff the bread and butter skill of a warlock?
Well, you can, but there are better invocations to get.
Yeah, because I
they're
already
arguable.
have adding my charisma modifier to it. I have
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
You know you can
Mhm.
get both, right?
Well, yeah, but
Oh,
you get
really?
as a warlock, you get a limited number of evocations.
Yeah, but you can get both. What do you get instead? A tome that gives you a little extra oomph?
All right. Anyways, Cassius, what do you want to do?
Thank you. You know what? I'll also just go with Eldritch Blast there.
Right.
Ooh, that's a 26.
That hits.
All right. So that first one, hold on one. Oh, it's making me do math. Give me a sec.
Math. I dare it.
Then. Alright, so the first one is 21 force damage, and the second one was 13 force damage.
Jesus Christ. All right.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Dang, you hit it good.
Yeah.
All right, and we go to Yusoa.
Okay. I am going to... I'm gonna put on my Vine Skull crown, which gives me an advantage.
I'm assuming you're
to
just
attack.
always wearing it.
Oh, okay. Cool. Right on. Alright, then I'm gonna attack with my Psychic Blades.
All right.
First one is 24 to hit.
That does hit.
Gonna be Uh, 10 psychic damage with all my dice. Kind of a low
Alright.
roll.
Alright, 10.
Second one is 23 to hit.
That does hit.
That's going to be 15 psychic damage.
Alright. Okie dokie. Hit him good.
Nice.
And we go to Pep.
Well, we need the knockback, right?
Yes.
Well, guess we're gonna have to see if I can do it. That readies his trusty skillet of great reach and comes charging in. Gotta make sure the stats on this one, how this works. Alright. So you see his skillet start to crackle. And he says, "Be gone, foul consumerism." And takes a swing for 25 to hit.
That does hit.
Yeah. That'd be 7 bludgeoning. 8 fire. And 9 thunder. And he's got to make a saving throw.
Give me this one sec.
Mm-hmm.
Threw numbers at me. Alright, he has to make, what is that, Constitution?
Yep.
He gets a dirty 20.
Well, he don't get prone or anything, so everyone just gets a loud da-dong thunderstrike in everyone's ears. But he still says he's not moving, so Pep swings again with a 24 to hit.
That hits.
That's a 6 bludgeoning and 5 fire.
Alright. Cool. You whack him upside the head.
Yes.
Alright. After that, we go back to Tor.
Okay. No one was able to knock him back, though, right?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I would like to try. Trying to think of the best way I potentially could do that. How is he a huge creature or just a medium creature at this point?
Let me see. He's
Or
large.
large, I guess. He's large. Okay. So yeah, there's not a good chance if I hit him really hard. Like, I couldn't push him, right?
I mean, I would make you roll strength.
Fair. I just
I would
was
say
trying to
the
think
save
of-
would probably be. I mean, I would say the contest would probably be very high.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was just trying to think of something to do. I kind of had an idea, but then I realized it was dumb.
Remember, there ain't no dumb ideas, just dumb people.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna double hit him. Just blades straight forward. I'm gonna try and drive him in. Because I don't have a good way to try and push him back. But what I could potentially do is, can I call shots and go? I'm gonna try and drive my blades into his feet, like go down.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right, awesome. So the first roll, I forget what my plus is, so I gotta look real quick. That is only an 8 to hit. Which I'm
Yeah,
assuming
he
does not
staggers
hit.
back as you lunge down and you hit the floor instead of his foot.
Okay, but my second shot, I go forth to hit, and I nat 20.
Oh, yep, you hit him.
Okay, so that one, I would love to, like, the reason I'm going for his foot is because I'm trying to knock him off balance and get him to go backwards. So if he was already stumbling or stepping backwards, like you said, can I hit him in that foot and have him
You
fall
nat
back?
20'd. I'm gonna say that works.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit him and he'll fall back like 5 feet. Which causes, so it's 8 slashing damage from my hand hitting, or from my hit to his foot. But as he falls backwards, he falls into the radiance of the sickening radiance sphere, and that hits him.
I see.
So that's the outer edge of it.
Perfect. Does he have to roll the Constitution again?
Yes, he does.
He gets a 8.
So he fails. Let me hit roll real quick. So I only do 16 radiant damage, but he takes another level of exhaustion.
Yes. So now, on top of
His speed is halved.
his speed is halved. All right, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make a note of that. Sounds good. His speed is halved. Good strat. Did he just stumble back or is he knocked prone? Well, actually, that should be my decision.
That's your
I'll roll.
decision.
Yeah, I'll roll for it. I rolled shit. He's prone.
Hey. He
But
hit his back on the table.
nearby, we go to his turn. I think he's gonna try to grab at you with disadvantage because he's prone. Okay, that's once again 19 to hit, which does not hit you.
Nope.
All right. So instead, he will spit slime at you. You see his gaping jaws shut for just a second to build up strength, and then he spits this glob of, stomach bile towards you.
Mm.
And that is a 21 to hit.
I believe that still misses.
At 21?
Yeah, because with Blade Song on, my AC right now is 23.
Jesus. Then yeah, I guess he misses. It starts burning a hole in the floor next to you. Alright, I guess with that, he'll probably use his movement to try to get up from being prone. And we will go to Cassius's turn.
Alright, I think I want to go for something a little bigger. Let me look at this one here. Okay. I am going to use Witch Bolt at the 4th level. And it's a concentration spell. Okay, so let me roll to hit real quick. That would be a 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
No? Damn. Ugh. Okay.
Let me see the details of this. Witch Bolt. Yeah, it's a ranged spell attack. You would miss.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good. I guess that's the end of it then.
Sorry about that.
All good, all good.
Alright, we go to Yusoa.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna go in with my psychic blades again. Unless I have any of my grenade tops. I guess I have one grenade top left. Could throw it at him.
Put in his mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to throw my grenade top in his mouth.
Yeah, roll to hit, and if it's good enough, I'll say you succeed. If not, it just lands on the floor next to him and it still works.
Okay. Do I add anything? I don't know.
Add your dex if you're trying to aim
Okay.
it into his mouth. It would be kind of like a ring toss game.
Alright, it's
Oh,
a
God.
13 with the dex added. Well,
A
do I get
13?
advantage? Oh, I guess I do, because I'm wearing my crown.
Well, no, that's only for melee,
Oh.
remember?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, 13 then.
Well, but is
Yeah.
he prone?
I had him use his movement. Or how do they get up from being prone? Is it not just
Yeah,
their
he used
movement?
movement to get up. Half
They did
movement
that at
speed
the
to
end of
get
his
up.
turn.
Okay, then he's up. Never mind.
But
Okay.
it's still an explosive, so you miss the mouth, but it lands on the ground next to him, and you can still roll damage for that. And he makes a Dex saving throw for that.
Yeah, it says DC 12 dex save.
Oh my god, he doesn't get a bonus. He rolls an 11.
Oh, nice.
So he just
Okay.
barely
Okay.
fails.
So 3d6 fire damage is 12 fire damage.
12 fire. All right. Anything else for your turn?
I think that'll do it.
All right. And we go to Pet.
So, is he still in the sphere? Or he got out of the sphere.
He's still in the sphere because he only stood up in it to not be prone, so he's still in it.
All right. Well, can't really go in there to hit him with the pole. Oh wait,
You have a
can. It's a
10-foot reach
10-foot
on
pole.
that thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah. He's at the edge.
How big is the sphere? 20 feet.
30.
Nice. All right. So, Pep's still charged up. So he says, "Get on back down," and swings again. And that's a dirty 20 to hit.
It does hit. If you're trying to knock him prone, give me a strength throw just to check. We'll do a
Oh,
contest.
he's got Thunderous Smite still active.
Oh yeah, that's right. So he has to
He's got to
roll-
make a save, and that's 6 bludgeoning, 3, 4 fire, 1, 4 thunder, and he's got to do a Constitution save.
That's what it is. Thank you. Constitution. He gets a 6. My
Oh.
god.
He's knocked 10 feet back into the sphere even more, and knocked prone.
Alright. Alright, he's knocked back down.
Well, but now I can't reach him with the pan. So,
okay.
But can Pep quickly pull out his ladle and blast him? Try to blast him?
Where do you holster your ladle?
Just on his hip.
Alright, I'll allow it.
All right. So maybe he just kind of quickly drops his hand and just pushes it up and says, "Now get it," and does another blast for this is a 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Oh, that's pretty good for shooting from the hip.
Yeah, got a lot
Aw.
of practice. So that's 12 force damage, and he's pushed an additional 10 feet in, so he's now at the center of the sphere.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
He's 30 feet from us right now.
Uh-huh.
And prone.
Yes, that is correct.
Pep
Alright,
just
was that your
chuckles.
turn? Is that your turn?
Yeah, that'd be it.
Yeah, alright, we go to Tor.
No, actually, just for the heck of it, because he still
Oh, yeah.
got the bonus action. He says, "Get him, Tior," and gives Tor bardic inspiration.
Oh, thank
Alright.
you.
With that, we go to Tor's turn with Bardic Inspiration.
All right. Well, let me see. I think it's when so it'll be the next turn for that. I can't reach him with anything. There's not. Is there? The food and everything's still on the table, right?
Correct.
Is there like glasses of water out there?
Yeah, or at least there's like some goblets of wine.
Well, okay. Well, I have shape water. It's one of my few range things that I could do. So if you let me control, can I shape wine?
I'd say so. It's mostly water.
Okay, cool. Well,
I'll let
in that case, then, since it'll allow me to do that, any of the cups within 5 feet of him, I lift it straight up into a, basically like a pointed block, maybe like an arrow, straight ahead, make it solid, and then have it come falling damage straight down upon him.
Nice. I like this.
He's reversed Jesus. He turns wine into water.
Do that anyway. How do you want me to just do a single falling damage thing for that?
Do shape, water. What does it say? Simple shapes. Change water. Freeze the water. You're trying to turn it into like an arrow. Is
No,
what you
there's
said?
a block above his
Or
head.
if not even an
block.
arrow, how about just a block? I lift
So
it up as
you're
high
going
as
for
I...
bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, throw it up in the air. I throw all the water up in the air, turn it into a block of ice, and slam it right down on top of him.
Yeah, roll like 3d6 bludgeoning.
12.
Okay. Cool. Takes 12 bludgeoning damage.
Yep. That's all I'm gonna do.
I like it. It's creative.
Thank you.
We go to his
And then
turn.
So starts with a Constitution save.
Yep. Come on. Oh my god, he gets a 5. Bruh, the freaking mini boss gave you more trouble.
So 26 radiant damage,
Oh my
and
god.
he now has disadvantage on all attack rolls and saving throws.
Oh my god. Well. This is not good.
This is awesome.
Alright. Well, he's gonna try to get up from being knocked prone again. He'll do that. And then, yeah, he's too far away, and that's his movement. He'll try to spit slime again, because that is ranged. And he'll fire it towards Pep. And that is 28 to hit.
Well, yeah, that is.
Jesus.
Alright. So that's 11 bludgeoning damage as it slams into you. And... oh my
My
god.
temporary hit points. No.
And, I'm sorry. 36 acid damage.
36?
36 acid damage.
Yeah, that
Damn.
hurts. That smarts.
Yeah. And yeah, he used his movement speed to get up, so I guess he's still like 30 feet deep in the cube, or the sphere.
Oh, he saw us like half movement, right?
Yeah,
He
it's
used half
half
his
to get
speed.
up.
Okay,
But he
then
can
he
move
moved 7 feet. Ooh. Staggers
Fair.
forward slightly. And we go to Cassius's turn.
Cassius.
Did we lose Cassius?
I think we might have.
Okay.
It was the
briefly-
misspelling of Eldritch.
Brief detour, Usoa.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna hit him with my psychic blades. So first one is 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Ah. Okay. Second one. Oh, Jesus. That one's a 15 to hit, so
Does
no.
not hit either.
Dang it. Okay,
Do you want to do anything for your bonus action?
yeah, I will probably. I'll put on my sun hat of invisibility just because I don't want him to be able to attack me.
Sounds good. Alright, with that, do we have Cassius back?
Apparently
Does
not.
not seem like it. Uh-oh. All right.
Well, we'll just assume it's an Eldritch Blast, so.
Yeah.
Days without Eldritch Blast. 0.
Let me... Plus, I know they're probably going to use the invocation.
Make one for me for my soul knives. Days without soul knives. 0 to 0.
Yes. What's their charisma modifier? I don't know. I'm just gonna add like +4.
There you go.
All right. All right. I'll just roll Eldritch Blast for them. And that first one should hit. I don't know what their bonus is. I'm gonna say that hits. It's 1d10 plus 4. So 5 plus. Okay. Alright. Alright, Pep, your turn.
Well, can't do too much from this thing aside keep blasting with the ladle. Which is not going so good because the first shot was a nat 1.
I'm not sure. Okay, how about this? Your shot deflects off like a platter on the ground and hits a party member, and we're gonna say that party member is unfortunately Cassius, who is not here to defend himself.
Oh no.
So roll damage. Actually,
9.
that probably won't work because they're not here. Let me change
It,
that.
it could work just when he comes back, you just say, by the way, you took 9 force damage and were knocked backwards 10 feet.
I guess so. Alright. I'll make a note.
F's not letting a little thing like that stop him from trying. That's maybe it won't hit. 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah. So he just started to fire widely. He's still holding the frying pan in one hand and shooting from the hip.
Yeah, no. You know, could be shooting in better circumstances. Alright.
And that'd be it.
We go to Tor.
Well, I mean, I kind of want to just leave him doing his thing, and he's still far enough in. I feel like my shaping of water is kind of the best thing I can do at this point. So I'll gather up, I guess, what I can. But you know what? I'm gonna prep for Pep's next thing, or if that guy's next thing. And instead, I'm going to just move all the water and spread it as far as I can under his feet. and turn it to ice. So if he tries to move, it's like a Looney Tunes slip fest.
All right, I like this.
That's
Mm,
all
say
I'm gonna
that
do. Do you want me
works.
to? Okay, cool. And that's it.
Yeah,
That's all I'm
I'll just
doing.
give it.
All right, thanks.
All right.
So yeah, his turn. Roll his Constitution at disadvantage.
All right. Constitution at disadvantage. Not like he needs the disadvantage. He's rolling shit anyways. He gets a 10.
Yep. So it fails again. That is 31 radiant damage,
Oh my god.
and his hit point maximum is halved. I don't think that really affects anything here, but
Well, what does that mean?
nothing.
Yeah, like
Okay.
if we've done over half of his maximum hit points, and suddenly
Then
his
that means
maximum hit
nothing.
points is halved, then it would mean that he's dead.
No, it's if we've done less damage than half, then he'd go down to half. If we've done more damage than half, it has no effect.
Okay.
So it only the DM knows.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with that, honestly.
Probably nothing, but very likely nothing.
Okay. I think so. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Okay. Cool.
Exactly. All right, but it is his turn.
Yes. So he does that. And God. So I guess he'll try to move, but that's at like disadvantage. To try
Half
to
speed plus anything he
speed
tries to do,
again.
he's gonna slip.
So yeah, he moves another 7 feet. Whoa. And yeah, once again, I think the only thing that he can do is try to spit. This one's
Well-
for Tor.
So the question though is, when he goes to move that 7 feet, does he have to make like an athletics check or something so he doesn't slide on the ice under him?
Sure. I'll make an athletics check.
I just want to know if he falls prone or not, just from trying to move.
And it's an ability check, so he gets disadvantage, but for some reason I rolled okay on that. He gets a 16.
Oh, nice. All right, right on. Okay, he can spit at me.
Alright, now he can spit. That's also at disadvantage because you hate me. Okay, that's a 26.
Oh, that hits.
Alright.
At disadvantage of 26? Oh my god.
I rolled a 13 and a 14, and it's a very...
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. He's a horseman of the apocalypse, and you're making him a laughing
Oh.
stock.
I understand.
I understand. Alright, 15 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And then 35 acid.
Ugh.
He's still in the sphere. He's probably 15. If he was like 30 feet in, he's like 15 feet from the outside of it. And we go to Cassius. Cassius, are you there? Dang.
Dang it. Maybe
All right.
Cassius fell asleep at the computer.
I did
Not
complain
fair.
about being tired.
Alright, we'll go to Yusoa.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well...
That spit was brutal to me, so hopefully you're successful.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do something, like, different, but nothing else was really as useful as my Psychic Blades, so I'm gonna throw them again. Okay. It's 18 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. So it's gonna be 13 psychic damage on that one.
All right.
Second one is 17 to hit.
That does not hit.
Ah, poops. Okay.
He is looking incredibly worse for wear, though.
I'm not surprised.
And he even, like, throws up even more bile onto the ground as he just kind of staggers. And we go to Pep.
Well, once again, Pep can't do too much. So, this time he actually pulls out the ladle and properly aims for 23 to hit.
That does hit.
All right. Well, that's only 4 force damage. Oh, wait. I forgot. 9 force damage. I got some bonuses. And he's pushed back another 10 feet. So back in. He keeps trying to stagger out, but keeps pushing him in.
Yeah, you blast him through the face.
Oh.
And him being pushed back 10 feet is him falling backwards and perishing.
All right. So Pep kind of, after the first blast, looks at him and says, looks at Tor and says, so we got to wait for that there sphere to do another tick, or does he look pretty dead to you?
Not risk anything.
Fair call. Pep does another shot. 20 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
All right. Blast his body again. This time without the knockback. 8 damage additional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do that double tap, and his body caves in further into him, and he begins to burn up in infernal flame as almost as if hell is reclaiming him. And his body fades away, and additionally all the undead servants who are kind of standing around with no aim or goal, as their only job is to serve. As soon as his body is alit with flames, so too does theirs, as they burn up from the inside out and crumple into piles of ash and cindered flesh. And as this overtakes the dining hall, there's a sense of calm, and once again you feel that fiendish aura that was like completely crushing the atmosphere of this place completely alleviate. Cassius and Pep no longer feel any sort of that gnawing hunger in their stomach, as famine has been defeated and his effect on the land has lifted.
I ain't getting rid of my pocket chili.
And as this settles across the land and you feel the weight of what you have just done, I believe that everyone should level up. And we fade to black, and we'll pick up here next time.
Awesome.
All right, nice. I will say,
Yes.
it's kind of rough to have the actual final boss be less of a fight. That's okay.
But it was awesome.
Oh, it was great.
And we didn't use a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
You did not.
Or a
That is
Brontosaurus.
true.
Yeah, I didn't do anything too crazy.
Yeah, that was a well-fought
once.
fight. You've all earned the benefits of a level up before you continue on to the last horseman, with that being death.
Yay.
Dun dun dun.
Awesome.
You guys know how to fight death, right?
Simple. Don't die.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.